Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to episode 5 of our local to global with Prestige Worldwide. We're pretty much starting off straight where we ended last episode. Okay, nothing great with the mail. Yeah, I've not really done anything off camera. It's been 1 or 2 days since I last played. Obviously, of course, last episode we ran our little experiment doing 2 events in 1 month, but for the time being, I think we'll just stick to one per month as we have just breached half a year, which is pretty crazy. It's working to flying through this year with only doing pretty much one event per month. But we'll continue on. There's not too much to go over, to be honest. It's pretty much just all guns blazing. We just gotta keep grinding, keep grinding away, focusing on our popularity. No one gets the night off for tonight's show. We're up to 5 pop. We're still on the rise for our industry. 82 fans are expected. Pre-show incidents, despite his best efforts to make... Oh, no. Oh, no way. This is unlucky. I can't believe I've got this message again. I think when I was... This must be pretty rare. Because when I did my little test save before I started this playthrough, I probably honestly done about 20 plus events, and I did not get this message once, and I've already had it twice in 8 shows now. This is the 8th show, and it's our champion, David Wayne Newton. This actually changes things storyline wise that I was planning on doing, but it changes it in an even better way. Okay, fine, fair enough. Of course, last episode as well, we added Dr. Funk into our sort of team, the meeting, I guess, the booking team, yep. Right. In fact, let me see the stored ideas. What we actually got? A big gamble, big gamble, big gamble. Yeah, these are all stinky. They're not really character idea. I mean, we could use character idea on someone who's already really happy. Nah, it's not worth it, is it? I was going to say we could use it anyway in that way if it feels it's not going to have a big effect, but we'll maybe just use some of these tonight, even though they're... Nah, will we? Maybe just not in the main event? Maybe. I mean, maybe. You never know. But let's try generate some other ones. I want... how much we got stored up? Let's try just one. We'll do one creative. Oh my god. Another big gamble. It's not my day today with that. Papa Swole, he seems to be the only, well, the main worker we have that's doing a lot of good stuff backstage. He creates a fun and relaxed atmosphere, finding a discarded karaoke machine. I would love to know what he sounds like singing on the karaoke. Just imagine this huge, big 6'7", like 300-pound guy. Would be pretty funny. But that's always good. He came to me backstage with an idea for a creative finish, which obviously will be for him. I wonder if it's a big gamble. Probably. Like everything bloody else. Jesus Christ. Addressing the locker room, of course, we have our little incident with Mutant that we need to try and fix because he has an unpredictable personality. So with him being annoyed at us, he's way more likely to cause hassle like he did last episode where I think he turned up late to one of the shows or something. And when I did team bonding last time, him and Remy, it sort of didn't work too well, but we'll try it again. Oh, wait, what? Okay, I thought it said the new tensions were between Hangman and Blue Dragon, but it's between Mitchell and Mutant. And then we also have some here with Mutant and Dr. Funkenstein. Now, we're at a little bit of a risk here because I have such a small pool of workers, and I went out of my way to make sure none were a negative influence. Because, I mean, it's hard to not have morale issues, but the longer you can go holding it off, the better. And I wasn't expecting, to be honest, to have one so soon. And with Mutant's personality, it might be a bit of a pain. So, as much as I don't want to do it, if he doesn't improve with it, I actually might have to kick him out and maybe re-sign him later or something, or just not at all. because I don't want it to become a big issue. I have to quickly run over last show here. So Hangman, of course, he beat Remy. Connor Threepwood, he got a win after, of course, he lost on his debut, fighting for the belt against Davis. We got Mitchell, who defeated Max Mayhem. And of course, Aldred let Hangman know that they'll forget about what happened the week before, which was Aldred was fighting Davis for the belt, with Hangman accompanying Aldred. And he basically, the match got called into a draw after Hangman just jumped in the ring and went crazy on the champ Davis. And Davis, of course, beats Papa Swole clean to retain. I think it's defense. That was defense number 5 for him, with Davis and Papa jumped after their match by Aldred and Hangman, who of course have their little alliance going on right now. You know, they're teaming up a little bit. So Davis, that's such a. I mean, I've also seen a pop up that comes up, and it's to do with your like backstage equipment gets lost or damaged or something, and your show is going to get penalised for it, which is quite cool. Those additions, they're obviously new to the game, and they're quite like new and unique, but it's also very annoying because you have no control over them. There's like no way to minimise it happening, if that makes sense. Or maybe there is, actually, I don't even know. There could be, but as it seems right now, there's not, so it's a bit annoying. Right, showtime. We actually now have to think about our main event. Because we don't have Davis. We do have fighters here that we could put in it. I'm thinking maybe tag match with Aldred and the Hangman. But the issue is, who did they go against? I thought we got did we not get positive? Oh, it was negative. Mutant and Pavasol. Right, okay. We have to be careful with this. I don't think we can afford to do the tag match, because we kind of need to not guarantee we get a good rating, but yeah, ideally we would probably do Mitchell against Remy, but it's going to be a bit of a stinky one if we do that, because I think we just had them fight not too long ago. Oh no, we didn't. Ah, okay. It was Mitchell and okay, this is okay. Okay. Nice. This keeps the momentum going good for Mitchell, and right now we're not doing much with Remy, but he's doing fairly good ratings for us, of course. So this will be your main event. Mitchell winning. We'll give it an open match. Tainted win. Now, a clean one would work better for Mitchell, but based off, of course, with his personality and everything else, he's good. He is good. And it shows in his performances, but, you know, he's just a little sleazeball at heart. And he's the architect, you know. He does whatever it takes to just win. That's all he cares about. He's one step ahead of everyone else. So main event sorted. We'll try and do all the matches first here, before we do our angles. We are probably going to need someone to come in. We've already used Kip, so I feel like we should maybe use one of these guys. Let's bring in Keith Vegas. I've not used you ever. I have no idea how you'll be. Yeah, we'll give him face makeover. $40 is fine. And he is going to go up against, ideally we give him Hangman, because he could do with the boost to pop as well. Yeah, let's go with that. Keith Vegas, 38 years old. And that will be, did we squash him? I feel like we got a negative, nah we won't. I feel like we got a negative output on that last time. Not squashing him, sorry, dominate. Which is, dominate the match at the expense of everyone else. Is useful if you're trying to get somebody over and not willing to sacrifice another workers. Yeah, he doesn't really have less than 15 minutes. Workers who lack charisma get much less of a boost for dominating and can even lose popularity. Oh yeah, overall it affects the... Does Hangman actually have good charisma? I actually knew about that. That's how it works, but I just totally forgot it was a thing. No, 67. Nah, we'll just have him win clean. Not open though, just a clean win. And we'll give it 7. We'll give it 7 minutes, I think, to open the show. Probably. And then with what we have left, we have to try Oh, I didn't know Dr. Frankenstein was irritated. If I knew that. Wait, why is he irritated? Is it just because of his booking? I actually, that's new, I think. I don't think that was there before. Now I'm curious to see what the deal is. Oh, shit. Wait, what? Huh. Obviously, like I say, I haven't played in a couple of days, but I feel like I don't remember leaving anyone off the show. And that's crazy that we only left him off one show and he's irritated, like straight away. Of course, this is all new to me. I usually never play with those sort of preferences on, or settings, I guess you could say. So yeah, we're gonna have to be careful with that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to watch out. We're definitely gonna have to use them. I'm thinking, to be honest, maybe Jules Knight and Frankenstein. It'll carry the match a little bit. Mm, we still didn't have five though, and we didn't give anyone a night off, which is a bit annoying. Right, we actually need Purposeful to win as well, so we're going to give you to Blue Dragon in another 8-minute match. Very one-sided matches tonight, but we're not worrying too much about it. I mean, in a sense, hopefully it's not the worst booking in terms of like for you guys to watch, but it's all about the progress, guys. You know, it's all about the long road. You know, we do also have Connor, who hasn't been pulling in the best of ratings, so it's more. I need to think about where. I think we could actually do maybe Doctor and Max. Yeah, I know what we'll do. We'll do. Oh no, we can't because mutant. We've got too many faces. We could do an all-out face, but then we need to use Jules. His pop's still quite. It's not great. You know what we'll do? We don't usually do this, more so just because it's essentially two people losing. We're going to do Connor, Max, and Jules, and a triple threat, and we'll give the win to Connor in an open match, but it will be a clean win. We're not going to give Connor too much time with this, obviously, because we don't really have plans for him necessarily. He's more here due to the fact he has popularity, which will happen every now and then we'll have a face match. Um, do we have a face match? I could potentially use these guys in angles instead than they're all being used. I'm definitely doing that with Dr. Funk. Um, mm, oh, nope, that's not what I meant. Team storyline show history. Yeah, actually, I have an idea. I have an idea to open the show. We're going to actually have them both. We'll turn it into like a positive, cutting a promo in the ring. It's basically Dr. F. Oh. Okay, yeah, basically he comes out and starts complaining about, he got so much upside. It's one of the biggest names on paper anyway. And it's disgusting, basically, that he's not being used. And then we're going to have a part two. This is like, essentially, this is like lazy booking, just so we can get these guys used. I don't want that. If he's getting irritated after being left off the show once, we can't really afford to do it with Mutant at all, considering where he's at. And I'm going to. It's more so as well to try muting out. With same issues. Yeah, and then Mutant basically comes out and does it too, and they both just essentially get into a rant about it to the point where the GM, we have to use our imagination for this. I guess I come out and say you want to get put in so much, you can both team up together next. I was going to say next week, but next month, since you both want to be on the show and be involved so bad. That's what we're going to do, and that's we'll just keep that for the title. Segment output. GM announces next show be teaming up. Okay. I mean, I get it, you get it. It doesn't have to be too crazy. And then with Papa Swole and his hot catchphrase, it makes sense for us to use him. Help with his the crowd before his match. Basically just talking, classic classic face. And then we're also going to have you know who, Mitchell, cutting a promo. Hangman's also there, but he has a non-speaking role. And it's essentially going to be Aldred with Hangman. Talk about Davis no showing tonight. Basically calling him out that he's scared to be here, defend his belt against essentially him or Hangman. Essentially just mocking him and laughing at him. That he's scared and that's why he didn't show up. Okay. This looks fine, 72 minutes. Not be penalised. So Hangman starts us off against Keith. Got Papa Swole addressing the crowd before his match with Blue Dragon. Then we got Threepwood winning the triple threat with Mitchell against Remy. Hopefully with the tainted finish, it's not going to mess up our match rating. You know what, actually I'm going to take it off. It's going to be a clean one, which isn't very often we get that from Mitchell, but and we'll also actually add in, not as a finish, but we could do the distraction from Hangman during the match. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Just shoot. Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, so of course Dr. Funk comes out in Mutant complaining about being left off the show, which it gets confirmed they'll be teaming up since they both want to moan so much. Mutant struggle going off script, but we get a 30. It's pretty decent. Essentially, Doctor gets a 33 and Mutant gets a 24, which I'll take. It's not bad considering the dynamic we got here. 30 rating, nice. Then Hangman. Oh, this is actually really good. Hangman gets a 47. That's really good. That's a big jump up from what he's been averaging so far. Obviously, his momentum and stuff will be helping him. That's really nice. Vegas gets a 31. We don't really care for that, but yep, 44 rating. I'll take it. Very good. Win for Hangman too. Keep him strong. Papa Swole with his hot catchphrase, he gets a 37 for this segment. Basically coming out addressing the crowd before his match, which gets a 39. Both guys are off their game. So we suffered a bit here because of that. 39 for Papa Swole and a 31 for Blue Dragon. But a boom shakalaka. from Papa Swole defeats Blue Dragon in 7:53 by pinfall. It's another win for Papa Swole too. Oh, no. Our storyline advances, but has lost heat at 23. Why is this so bad? Mitchell can speak on the mic, and he's got very good momentum, and his popularity is actually one of the highest. So this is very confusing. I mean, he gets penalised for a poor gimmick, but that's nothing. This is not. The segment also got a bonus for being done to a very hot crowd, bonus for the road agent work. This is really low, considering like the way it's been set up. Anyway, let's see. Hopefully Mitchell can pull through on the main event. Oh yeah, of course, we have the triple threat first. Jules Knight with a 43. 39 for Max, and then Connor with a 43 as well. He of course gets the win. Connor submits Jules Knight with a stretch plum. I don't think I actually assigned a loser to this. That's my fault. I would have made it Max Mayhem. This gets a 47, which is really good. The crowd is still very hot. Yes, I'm penalised for poor momentum and stuff, but nothing too crazy. 47 is really good. Hopefully we get more. I'm hoping maybe we can push a 50 on this one, but I don't think it's going to be possible. Remy will probably get around maybe a mid 40, or maybe just a little lower, like a 43, 44, and hopefully Mitchell can push up here and get like a 49, 50, and it might push us over with the hot crowd. Oh my god, it's even better than I thought it would be. The segment advanced and gains heat as well, the Finding Father storyline, because of course Mitchell and Hangman were involved in this match when Mitchell wins by submission with the blueprint, and during the match we had Hangman, who of course they're sort of conjoined at the hip right now. It's a little dysfunctional. It seems there's not really like a lot of communication from Hangman's side, but whatever it is, it's working because yeah, they're both doing a good job here at keeping the ball rolling, especially with our champ missing this show. I'm glad we still managed to pull through. We get a 47, which is very solid. I will take it. In addressing the locker room, we're actually going to give it to Doctor, and we should really give it to Mutant again, but I feel like based on carrying is a little bit. I mean, Remy also did very, very good, to be fair. But we'll give it to these two guys. Finance, we're actually losing less and less now. Seems to be going down. We actually didn't pay our workers a whole lot. I feel like it's usually way more than this, but we don't pay Davis loads and loads of money, so that's weird. He was the only one missing. Okay. Popularity advances to 6, perfect. Okay, nice. I think what we'll do is we'll jump straight into the next show, and then maybe at the end of that show, that's when we'll go over the popularity, rather than doing it every single month, because we're only doing one event. So yeah, I'll see you guys for the August show. Okay, show number 2, Kickoff Carnage 9. Wow, we're already on the already on the 9th show. Right now, everyone's working. No one gets a night off. Select the venue, generic. In fact, hold on, booking team, me and you, didn't we get Papa Swole? Yeah, he suggested a finish. I assumed it would be for him, like the restrictions. The only one here's for July, but this is the one we did, and it was a big gamble. So where the hell is the one that he suggested? That's weird. Right, delete these anyway. I need to try. I'm just not going to use them. There's no point. I do need to try and get a character idea, because I want to use it on Dr. Funkenstein, because we don't want him to have any morale issues. Perfect. We're going to use that on him right now. And we'll also try for creative. A safe bet. Okay, that should be fine. Hopefully. That's much better than the last show. The luck is turning on our side. Okay, Dr. Funk and Davis Wayne really helped create a fun and relaxed atmosphere backstage. I'm just glad Davis is on the show with the karaoke machine impromptu pre-show competition. The over the top duet was the highlight. Perfect. That's good. That's what we like to see. Let's go for Inspire. Since it's there, might as well use it while we can, even though it's not a particularly important show or anything, but still. Okay, roster. Character idea, surefire hit. Yes. Was a success, and now he's happy with War Momentum, which he didn't obviously have before, so that is great. It's not going to come in handy for us per se, but especially being on the booking team. And he is a people person with his personality, which is obviously good, but we want to keep him happy. And with two guys on the booking team, we can afford to do the character ideas with more creative energy we're getting. Right, we have Davis back, which is really good. Let me think what I want to do here. With Davis, we need him defending the belt. We need to keep his momentum going up. In terms of, we're going to have Connor lose to Hangman this show for his pop. We'll give it, we'll give it 12 minutes. It's going to be a clean win. We won't make it open either, actually. And we'll also have, not to end the match per se, but we'll have Connor get distracted by Mitchell. We of course had Connor lose to Davis clean, and Davis ended up getting 5 points a pop, so I'm hoping it can have a similar effect for Hangman. That will not be the main event though. We're actually going to do... I'm trying to think here. Ideally we want... Who could we give? Jules has been doing alright too. He's on War Momentum and pleased. Just for the sake of delaying the inevitable, because of course Mitchell and Hangman, they really want their shot. Davis, we'll have it open. Clean win though. The champ will also have a creative finish on this one. Where is my creative finish? A safe bet. Yeah, that should be fine. Davis to win, to retain. And then we're going to do... To start the show, we'll have Dr. Funk. We can actually have him win. Blue Dragon is just... Oh, of course. Haha. Okay, well in that case, we'll do them as a tag, but we can't obviously put Mutant on his side. You know what we'll do, Remy? We could do Papa actually. Yeah, let's do Papa. I think. And Max Mayhem. And we'll have Doctor get the win. And Blue Dragon takes the loss. This will be another win for those guys too, which is always good. And then we have Mutant and Remy left, which I believe is going to be an odd face. Mitchell's not fighting, but we do have something planned. I'm going to try and maybe tweak his gimmick, because it's still poor, which isn't great. Yep. Okay. This works. We'll have it Mutant in an open match, clean win. And that one can go right in here. It's probably going to get a better rating than the Hangman one, I think, if we're going to be honest. And then to start the show, we'll have Dr. Funkenstein again. I want him to try cut a promo. Basically hyping up the crowd. You know, he's just chatting, hyping up the crowd. Nothing too crazy, essentially. We'll leave Papasful, I think, off segment this show. And then we're going to do Davis, Wayne Newton. He's going to cut a promo. And essentially it's going to be an open challenge. And it's Jules Knight who essentially just comes out, answers it first. Worthy competitor, good in-ring worker. And that's kind of how he's viewed. I've spelled his name wrong. Let me just fix that because it'll annoy me. And then the big one to end the show. This is probably going to get a stinky rating. What the hell with character development seems a bit. So he's non-speaking. Basically, what's going to happen here? In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Hangman's actually going to be talking. So this is essentially the first time we're going to hear him chatting. And it's essentially going to be no, we'll do after Davis win. And basically what's going to happen is Aldred comes out with Hangman to call him out on purposely avoiding making an appearance last month. But before Davis can answer, Hangman grabs the mic off Aldred and says he better be ready because at long last he will get his title. So next month 1v1 as confirmed to him by the GM. And FYI, wait. If only gets his title shot next month, 1v1 as confirmed to him by the GM. Let me think, because I'm trying to think of the Davis one for this. Comes out I've been making an appearance in a month, but before Davis can answer, grabs a mic of Aldred. Speaks for the first time, stating he better be ready because at long last he will get his title shot next month, which, you know, both are actually undefeated too, so this will be huge. That's confirmed to him by the GM. He then goes on to state Davis should never have been champ, as that triple threat title match way back on Kick-Off Carnage 1 was supposed to be Fatal 4-Way, which of course was meant to include him. Way back Kick-Off Carnage 1 was supposed to be a Fatal 4-Way. So at long last, he will finally get what's always... He'll finally get... I'm trying to think. It's supposed to be Fatal 4-Way. So at long last, he will finally get his hands on what should have always belonged to him. But that works. That is the most I've ever typed out for that, but I'm never going to be able to put that in this. We actually... Yeah, that can advance the storyline. Yeah, so it's essentially now finally got announced in a sense why Hangman has been so up Davis's ass this whole time, pretty much. And that is why he was supposed to be on that title match way back in January, which was of course never announced. So now kind of Aldred and Davis know that, like, oh shit, like, and obviously all the crowd, everyone in attendance now knows. So next show, undefeated Hangman, the big monster, with probably of course help from Mitchell, will finally get his title shot against Davis. Let's run the show. Good start. 46 segment rating for Doctor. That is really good. He'll obviously get a bonus now that he's in. We managed to get his morale back. Legendary gimmick and stuff too. Gets the show off to a strong start. That's very good. In front of 83 people. Oh, Blue Dragon and Max Mayhem don't work well as a team, which isn't great. We get a 40, which isn't the worst considering who's in this match. Papa Swole with a 45, which is pretty solid for him at the minute. Max Mayhem with a 40, only a 33 for Dr. Funkenstein. But Dr. Funkenstein does get the win by pinning Blue Dragon with that funky elbow drop. So that's good. Can't complain with that. Of course, we gave our character idea to Dr. Funk, so we're continuing that. We're not going to like push him necessarily right now, but this is more, of course, for Papa Swole. And we're not really doing anything with Max and Blue Dragon, so it doesn't really matter too much that Doctor is the one who gets the pin. Into a 50 though. Great. This is a great match. The storyline segment is advanced to Mitchell, of course, during the match distracts Threepwood, and it's a clean win. Hangman defeats Connor Threepwood with a choke slam. He gets a 47 in-ring performance as well, 45 from Connor. 50 rated segment, very good. The crowd is now very hot. Then we get Remy and Mutant with a 49, so pretty much there as well. A 41 for Mutant, but a 48 for Remy. And we're getting carried over to more so with the momentum of the night. And that's with the odd face and heel combination too, so we're getting penalised for a few things here. More so Mutant. He's really not... I feel like his stamina was not this bad on TEW 2020. It's like so noticeable now, I would say. It's a real shame because I was excited to use Mutant. I essentially made a shortlist when I started the save, and I have a load of guys on it that I want to use, and I'll probably have to use them sooner rather than later before the big companies swoop in and take them. And I honestly thought Mutant would be one of those guys. So I kind of felt like I was cheating by bringing him in so early, like in the initial 10 workers. Because I thought he's going to be like too good or whatever, but he's really not. He's really like not showing it right now. But anyway, he gets the win against Remy with the Tina Turner. That'll help as well. Of course, he's maybe still going to be annoyed. We need to get over that, but he's very, very hot right now with his momentum, which is good. Davis Wayne improvises with his open challenge. It probably didn't... Did we make this 5 minutes? Yeah, it didn't probably have to be 5 minutes, but he gets a 45 rating. Improvised well. And then, of course, Jules Knight answers. And the main event with a creative finish, we get a 54. Very nice. Davis hits a 50. 45 from Jules. and it was a superb wrestling match with a decent reaction from the crowd. Davis defeats Jules Knight by pinfall with a fisherman suplex. Of course, Davis Wade's whole gimmick is the triple threat, which is essentially referring to his ability to do it all in the ring. You know, he's a very good brawler, very good sort of aerial, and very good technical. So he really does have it all. A full arsenal, you could say, and he makes defense number 6 of the PWW champion title. Very formidable run, but with the ending segment, it could all come to an end as Aldred and Hangman, the music hits after Davis beats Jules Knight and they both appear. And Mitchell just starts talking on the mic. Basically, after they mocked Davis for missing last month's show, you can tell that's where he's heading towards it. But Hangman, you can see he's losing patience and he grabs the mic off of Mitchell. And we essentially hear him speak like full sentences for the first time since he's been in PWW. And he basically says, I know you've been wondering this whole time why I'm coming so hard for you. And it's not necessarily to do with you. It's because that title you have around your waist should be on mine. Because way back when I couldn't make the first show due to essentially the same reasons you couldn't, I was supposed to be in that match. That triple threat was supposed to have me as a fatal 4-way, and we all know I would have won. And I'm going to get to put it to the test because it's me and you next month. Your time of hiding or running or whatever, you know, which he hasn't essentially been doing, but, you know, the inevitable has been coming for a long time, Davis. And now we're going to see that your whole triple threat stupid gimmick that you've got going on is all just a front. And it's going to be made even harder for Davis with, of course, Mitchell in Hangman's Corner, which will, of course, be our main event next month. Mitchell improvised well. Our segment loses heat but advances because we only get a 33, which I was expecting, but 51 overall show rating, very, very good. We've not had many over 50, so that is very nice. I will take it. We're actually going to give this to Jules. He did very good to pull us up there, and so did Remy. You know, they don't get enough credit considering the momentum's in the dirt right now. Both seem pleased. Financial report, we lose about 800. Popularity, we stay at 6, which is a bit annoying. We do go up in pop, but we do stay at 6. Which is a bit of a shame, but we're going to quickly just have a little look at the popularity and maybe the creative meeting in our finances just a little bit, just to see where we're at. In fact, we're going to advance to the end of the month first. We'll do that. And then we'll just have a little look since we've done 2 shows. I haven't looked either. We can see if Hangman got a good boost beating Connor clean on the last show, because we obviously want him up. And we'll see how Morale's doing. We managed to get Doctor back on the green. So we'll see if maybe Mutant has. Probably not. And the thing is, well, you can obviously throw money at your workers, or you could in the last TEW edition, but we don't really have money to throw to even test it to see if it would work, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, we're almost done here with advancing. And we're actually in September now already, which is crazy. It's going past real quick. Oh, we only get, so as you can, oh wow, yeah. So the last 2 months, there's been a huge, mainly of course with the merchandise costs has stopped. We're currently, I think, on level 3, but we're obviously not upgrading it any further right now. Worker costs are pretty much the same every month. And that's of course with the addition of Connor now as well. Sponsors are going up really good. That's over 100 from last month to this month. Ticket prices not so fast, I guess. Merchandise is looking pretty decent too. It's not going up super quick, but this is not bad. You know, we'll I think if we keep this up and don't do anything crazy with signing workers, by the end of this year, I think we'll be making a profit on our shows. And then it's just going to be basically a snowball effect from there. You know, if the pop keeps going up, the money's going to keep going up. It's as simple as that. Right, creative meeting. We'll quickly have a look. The game. Okay, Mutant still in there. Dr. Funk, of course, his popularity was fairly decent to begin with anyway. Mitchell, I'm surprised Hangman, or even Connor Threepwood isn't in here. Next big things is nothing. Hot prospects is none. Talk the talk. I mean, no surprises there. Showstoppers, we got Davis and Mitchell up there. Okay, Max Mayhem's in there too. Pappas Wool, really? I mean, yeah, I guess. Well, not really, but okay. I mean, hold on. Star quality A? Is that going down? No, I thought it was 81. Never mind. Ignore me. Although I'm curious now to see. It's a bit more annoying tracking the progress. It used to be in the last edition of the game, it was just on the side of your screen. You could see all of it by just clicking on it. It's not the case anymore, but he's actually gone up to psychology from the start of the year. His primaries haven't really moved. Well, his hardcore skill has, but I'm looking more at his brawling, which hasn't. Everything else actually has, by a decent amount. Interesting. Anyway, ring generals. Mitchell's up there with Remy. No surprise. Jules Knight is in there too. Who's not hot? We only got 3 that's not hot, which is actually really good for such a small. I'm actually really proud of that, considering our roster is so small. And we've only got 3 that sort of got bad momentum out of all those guys that were essentially doing very little work on local workers. They're all fighting against each other. Avalanche, I'm assuming you've just been released from somewhere. You're not very good. 6'9" though. He's obese. 450 pounds. Decent menace. I mean, he can definitely do a job. 900 per show. Yeah, SWF. Literally just last month released him, and I believe we already checked out Diva Arnold, and it was the same situation with him. And we know about Jack Prime. Sorry, Jack. What's his name? Jack. No, Prime Time Jack Pride. Jesus Christ. Okay, right. Popularity. Who do we want to look at? So Connor, he lost again. So from when we brought him in, he obviously then lost to Davis, dropped down 2. He's only dropped down, and then we got him back up to 20, and he's only actually dropped once from losing to Hangman, which might be a bad sign that Hangman's not gained as much pop. But we'll find out in a sec. Davis Wayne is up to 20, which is nice. He's just went up in September. He didn't go up last month in August, of course, because we didn't have him. He was stranded. Dr. Funk, I think he's going back up. Yep, he's back up to 13. He's slowly getting back up to 15. We're not too fussed about that right now, though. Hangman's up to 19. Is that... Okay, he has. He's jumped up 4, while Connor's only lost 1. So that's good, actually. That's really good. That's a big jump, too. And then we probably also want to see Mitchell. He's at 18, but he's kind of... Yeah, he's been hovering at 18 for a while. He's been doing more of the talking out of him and Hangman, and Hangman's been doing more of the winning, you could say, which is fine for the moment. 14 for Mutant. He's gone up 1. Papa Swole's at 12. He's also gone up 1, but it's a little slower. Okay. Just quickly, So Mutant's still annoyed. He is pleased with these things, but okay. Chilly momentum, but no one else is unhappy. This is good. We're sitting not bad now. You know, we're in September. We're losing our losses are getting cut very quick, which I'm excited about. We're going up in pop. We'll have Hangman fighting for the belt next show with him and Mitchell. A little team up we got going on in our main event scene with, of course, Davis. Let's actually see the belt real quick. It's up to 32. Oh wow, it's been on 32 for a while actually, never mind. But yeah, we're doing some good stuff here. Quite a few guys to look at. We'll have to keep an eye on Mutant. I'll need to maybe make a decision on what to do depending on if we can get his attitude to change. He wasn't as much of a menace this episode, but of course last episode we could kind of see the cracks showing a little bit with the bad morale, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I shall catch you on the next one.